Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talk. So everybody's having a great day. So I got a great video planned out. It's off a comment. The whole video is going to be based off a comment that we're going to kind of look at and dissect a little bit that I found really interesting. I found it a little bit sad about what happened and how I don't think he's the only one that feels this way. I really don't. So I think it's important that we talk about it. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button for me. It really helps out the channel. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on what we talk about, or if there's a video you'd like us to talk about, leave a comment and I'll talk about that. Also, if you want to do the ultimate thing and have a shot at winning this first strike Mexican Libertad that we have sitting right here, just join the channel. We have a channel memberships right now. It's only $1.99 a month to become a member. Super awesome opportunity. Your comments go straight to my phone, so I never miss your comments. If you have questions or anything, I can answer them right back for you. And on top of that, you have a shot at winning a really cool coin every month. We do a members only event, and for September, we are going to be doing this first strike MS69 Mexican Libertad. This is approximately a $150 coin. You won't see many of these out there, and if you're one of the lucky members, you're going to win it. Now, there's only going to be 75 participants. We only need to fill about 15 or 16 more spots. I was amazed how quick the spots filled up. So if you want a shot at winning it, join today. There is a little join button below the video. If you're on an iPhone, you do have to go to your internet browser in order to join. So you'll have to go to the internet and then go through YouTube like that. With that being said, let's jump right in, and hopefully you guys like today's video. So today's video is based off a comment that I recently received yesterday in yesterday's video. I'm going to read the comment to you guys, and then we're going to talk a little bit about it. And I really want you to think about this comment as I'm reading it. Paper money is worthless, but I have learned it's definitely way more precious than any of your precious metals. My local coin shop is buying American Silver Eagles for spot price. And that's for sealed tubes. $2 under spot for maple leafs. $3 back on silver rounds. He is the only coin shop within 3 hours of me. And he is paying 17 times face value. I give up on precious metals. The fact is, I don't know anyone who wants this stuff. And in a barter situation, precious metals are the last thing anybody will want. People need to look at the tons of time they've invested and money in actually buying precious metals. For now, I invest in living my life, traveling. I have no regrets, but I invest a ton of time in putting together collections. I will never get my money back. What's the long haul on silver? 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years of diamond hands? More power to you. You are a silver salesman. Good for you. Everyone is a sucker. Cash is the king. So I tried to put a little bit of some I don't know, when I was reading it, I was like, it's so ridiculous. The comment made me laugh. So let's start off for a quick minute and let's take a look. I'm going to start at the very top of this comment, and I'm going to kind of work my way through it because there's so many things here wrong with this, but I can understand how some people might be feeling this way. And a lot of that stems on how some YouTubers or some people have hyped you up to believe that you are going to get rich quick overnight. And I've got to say, just because we haven't seen the price of precious metals skyrocket, it does not mean it's not going to. How many people do you think got out of it when in 2007, 2008, when it plunged in price? How many people do you think were upset about silver during the whole cough when the price plunged to $11. I'll be honest with you, silver is a volatile metal. We see moves real quick in price. But here's the thing. The price can go up high just as quick as it can come down fast. And so when I read this comment, paper money is worthless. You know, it's been proven time and time again in many cultures that fiat currency does not last. In fact, the US dollar has been around for a long time. And it even has been unbacked to gold and silver for a long time. You know, you think about when they got rid of silver dollars, when they got rid of gold out of the money, when they took away even, you know, we switched from real silver dollars to silver certificates to totally unbacked by silver and gold. And now, ever since we've done that, we've seen the price of precious metals going up. But here's the thing. What it doesn't do is slowly always climb up in terms of always up. You see a big jump, then you see a jump down, then you see a bigger jump, then a jump down. And these jump downs, people aren't looking at it over the long haul. If you take a ruler and you look at the silver price, you're going to see a steady climb over time. Yeah, you have pullbacks, you have outliers. It's like anything. The price can go up, price can come down. It's been proven that our paper money is worth less and less. How do we prove that? Because your paper money, if you have $5 bill, it's worth $5. If you have a $5 tube of silver dimes, I mean, how much is this worth? This is worth $100. And a lot of people can't understand that. So, you know, we're not seeing it go up overnight, no. But it's definitely better than paper. But I have learned it's definitely way more precious than any precious metal. Okay, so at least he admits the paper money is worthless. But he's obviously not a fan of precious metal. But here's the thing. How do you save? If you're not a fan of paper and you're not a fan of precious metals, then what do you save your money in? Because here's the thing. Living life to the fullest, like he stated, and traveling is great until you get older and you can't work. When you can't work, then what? Are you going to rely on the system? Do you think the government is going to be there to support you? Do you think people will be there to support you? Are you going to rely on your kids to basically carry you and make them work day to day and slave away because you didn't plan? You know, it's a scary thought when I read comments like this because I totally understand. Now, moving on, my local coin shop is buying American Silver Eagles at spot. Sealed tubes only. $2 on the spot for maple. $3 back on rounds. Okay, here's the thing. Your coin shop, your local coin shop, is in business to make money. He has high bills. He's got overhead. He's got electricity. He's got water. He's got taxes on his tiny little profits. Most coin shops, I'm not even convinced, really make a killing. Now, I'm saying most coin shops. Are there some coin shops? Yeah, I watch some of these YouTuber coin shops, and they're probably making a killing. They're making a good income. Now, are they gouging people? No, I don't think they're necessarily gouging people, but they've got to make money. If you're selling an ounce of silver at $1 over spot and you're buying it for $3 back, you're only making $4 off of every coin. Every coin that's costing you $35. So think about that. A $35 coin and you're going to make $4. I mean, that's not even, well, yeah, that's about 10%. No? Yeah, 10%. I mean, they're not making that much. And then when you factor in all the bills that go with it, now I will say, are there coins that are taking advantage of people that are in need of money? Absolutely. But my question to you is, it's not even a question, it's a statement. You're lazy. And I know this person probably ain't going to like this comment, me saying this, but here's the thing. I've never seen his comments on the channel before. You're lazy. You're not taking any time to try to sell your metals. You're taking it to the first person. Why not take it to the pawn shop if you want to get ripped off even more? And then you can really write a mean comment. Do I think it's mean? I shouldn't say mean. It's not a mean comment, but it's unrealistic. And when I say, you know, I don't even know how to describe this. Lazy is not meant to be a mean thing. You would have no trouble putting on Facebook, meeting someone at the mall or at the local grocery store and selling them some. Do you know how many times I've met with people at the mall, at work, at different locations and said, hey, so you said meet you here, you're selling a couple ounces? Yeah, I'll buy them off you. You got to look around. And the key is to, like I've always said in the videos, you need to build your own trade group. These people around you, I'm not saying you need to advertise to the world that, hey, I collect precious metals. That's not what I'm saying. But to a certain point, you can't sell to someone that's going to rip you off. And does that mean they're ripping you off? If there's no one else in your area and you really need the money, I think you need to look. Because there's always people out there that are willing to buy precious metals. They're buying from AppMax, they're buying from JM Bullion, they're buying from all these places. And now these coin shops have to compete with them. And therefore, essentially, they've got to buy even cheaper because they've got to, how do you compete with 99 cents over spot in some cases? I mean, it does happen. So as I read through the comment, I give up on metals. Let's see. I don't know anybody that wants this stuff. Well, I can tell you right now, 13,338 people that watch this channel all want the stuff. People want silver. They understand. Are they holding up signs and says, hey, do you have a silver dime I can buy from you? No, they're not. It takes a little bit of finesse to meet up with people. People need to look at the tons of time and money they're investing in precious metals. You're basically creating a plan. You're creating an insurance policy. When a hurricane comes, you hope you have hurricane insurance. When an accident comes, you hope you have car insurance. And when you pass away, you hope you have life insurance, or at least your family does. People spend a lot of time in planning for their insurance, and they spend that money. And you know what? They don't get a penny of that back. You spend that money and it's gone. I don't have an accident this year, money's gone. I don't have a hurricane, no hurricane hits my house, money's gone. I don't pass away, that money's gone. People throw away money every day. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of people just don't want to put the work or the effort into buying an ounce of silver and putting it up because they'd rather drink it down. A cup of Starbucks for $10. Maybe eat out a couple more days. Nobody plans anymore. People don't want to save. There's very few people that plan for future events. But everybody's willing to throw their money away on insurance. Now, I'm not saying insurance is bad. By no means. Do I skip out on some of my insurance? Absolutely. Do I kind of try to look for little ways to save money? Absolutely. And could it bite me down the road? It could. But, I mean, there's a possibility too. I'm saving money. And if I'm taking that money and I'm truly saving it, then it is a savings. I think people that are investing in their future, a real savings account, are preparing, and that's time and money well spent. As I look, for now, I'm going to invest in living my life and traveling, and that's great. You guys know me. I want to get back into traveling. I really do. I would love to maybe travel the world a little bit, travel the country a little bit, and there's opportunity in that, and that's great. But at a certain point, you have to have a little bit of plans. You have to plan for essentially stuff that's happening, because it is happening. I have no regrets, but I've invested a ton of money in putting a collection together. So here's the thing. I'd be curious, a ton of time and money. I'd be curious how much time you spent, because the truth of the matter is, if you have truly invested a ton of time, I'm going to assume you have to have been in precious metals for at least a year. And if you tell me you haven't been in it for a year, you haven't invested a lot of time. Maybe you spent a lot of time sitting on your couch, watching YouTube videos, but I don't think you've truly been researching it. And you haven't really been watching enough YouTube videos if you don't understand precious metals yet. And here's why. I mean, in just the last 6 months, silver's up 20%. Gold is up 25%. 25%. You could have bought a gold coin at the beginning of the year at $2,000, and now it's worth $2,500. You could have bought an ounce of silver in, February at $22? Now it's $30. If they're buying it back even $3 back, you're still getting 27. You could have bought it at 22 less than 6 months ago, 7 months ago. You know, the prices of precious metals are going up. And when I read comments like this, I can't help to wonder if people that are against precious metals are purposely putting this stuff up there to put doubt in people's head. And there's going to be a lot of people that will doubt it and will lose confidence in precious metals and will eventually give up. And here's the thing. How bad do you think they're going to be feeling? How bad do you think people are feeling when gold hit $2,000 and they sold it at $2,000 and now it's $2,500? How bad do you think people are feeling when silver was at 16, it shoots up to 20, and people are unloading it at 20? And then it plunges down during the cough to $11, and they're laughing. I got out when I did, all right. Nobody's selling it for $11. You couldn't pick any up. Trust me, I looked to pick it up. I had numerous friends call me. Hey, I finally decided I want to get into precious metals. I want to buy some silver. I see it's $11 spot. Where can I buy it? Is it still 59 cents over spot? No. I said, you can't even find it. What do you mean? I said, company's closed. They're not selling it. I mean, why would you buy something and then sell it for 30% less than you bought it for or 50% less than you bought it for? You wouldn't. If a crazy dip does come, no one's going to be selling it. Let's see. What is the long haul? 20, 30, 40, 50 years, diamond hands. For those of you that don't know what diamond hands means, diamond hands is a new trend that people are calling it. If you got diamond hands, it doesn't matter what the price goes to, you ain't selling. And to a certain point, I disagree with that. I will sell my silver for the right amount of money. I know some people have the attitude, I ain't selling for nothing. That ain't me. If the price goes up high enough, I'll be trading some silver for some gold. If the price goes up high enough, I'll be cashing in some silver to get some stuff that I want in my real life. How long is long term? You know what? Long term, I mean, it depends. What price are you expecting it to go to? If you're expecting $35, $40, long term is probably 6 months. 6 months, I believe we will see $35. Maybe even $40. Someone can comment on this if you disagree, but 50 years? I don't even think you'll be buying silver or gold in dollars in 50 years because the dollar might be called the dollar, but it won't be what you're holding. A dollar that you're holding right now is not going to be the same as a dollar in 50 years from now because I don't believe the dollar is going to continue on the path. Well, it's going to continue on the path that it's on. It's just, I don't think it's going to be worth anything in 50 years. Why? Do you think $35 trillion in debt is sustainable? More than our GDP? I mean, it's ridiculous how quick the debt is growing. And what do? We continue to spend like there's no tomorrow. Nobody's been talking about balancing the budget. They're not going to balance the budget. Why? Because social programs gain votes. Say you're going to do the right thing, that don't gain votes. Tell me you're going to lower interest rates, that's what people want to hear. Cheap money. Why? Because most people are in debt up to their eyeballs and they can't afford anything anymore. So they're using credit cards and loans and all this other stuff just to stay afloat. Cash is king. There's an old saying, I get a kick when I hear that because cash is not king. It might feel like it's king, because people use it, but there's an old saying, he who has the gold makes the rules. And this is a saying that I heard long before I even collected or knew anything about precious metals. When I was a kid, my dad would tell me to do something. Hey, you need to square up in school. I hated school. I hated going. I didn't like listening to the teachers tell me what to do. They didn't promote thinking. Really, it seemed like they just promote dumbing down people. And my son has asked me, you've got 3 college degrees and you're against school? I said, it was different for me. I mean, I had choices. I either had to go to school or I had to go to work. And it just made sense if I was going to get paid the same amount of money for college, that's why I went. But I'm not really big on what they teach you nowadays. Trade schools? Oh, absolutely. I think trade schools are great. You're learning a skill. However, You know, my dad would tell me, he's like, look, he who has the gold makes the rules and you're going to go. And that's the end of it. And he was right. He who has the gold makes the rules. But, you know, he always would pull out his wallet. He'd show me cash. And then maybe he'd give me a 20 if I did the right thing and I would do. Maybe he'd even give me a 50, whatever the case was. You know, thing is, what does $20 buy you today? $20 doesn't buy you nothing today. I mean, literally, 2 sandwiches at Subway. I watched the lady today, 2 sandwiches at Subway, $24. And I even offered her a coupon before she got the total. She was about ready to pay, and I said, hey, did you want one of these coupons? I got some extra coupons, 2 for $14. She goes, no, I'm good. Looks at the lady said, okay, $24.86. Think about that. What's wrong with people? You're too proud to use a coupon? It's ridiculous to me, the way society is going. And it will not sustain itself, despite what people think. The dollar will continue to lose value. It was on a pretty well losing track. The DXY was down almost under 100 the other day. But what happened? Uncle Sam came in, pumped some money, pumped up the DXY. We had a nice run on Friday where the price went up and essentially gold and silver took a hit. Why? Because the dollar got stronger. But what did it cost them to get stronger? With that being said, going to wrap up the video here. I got to say, I do love the comments. Don't feel like if you've got a negative comment, you know, I don't mind hearing it, but I want to make sure that people understand. I feel bad for this person. I really do. Because what he said, it could be spreading to some people. If you think silver is going to go to $100 tomorrow, it's probably not. Could some major events happen that could throw it up? Yeah. We got the BRICS meeting coming up in a few months. We got the Fed meeting coming up in a few weeks. These are things that could kick silver up. Will it kick it up indefinitely? No, but it will create a new high for recent years. Now, when I say new high, I got to be careful how I say that, because someone might say, even if silver goes to 40, it's not a new high. No, you're right, it's not. Silver has been up to 50, but it went from $5 to 50 because it was probably manipulated then too. And once it basically skyrocketed, then what? You know, so who knows? We'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting. Like I said, I feel bad for the people that don't stack. The day is coming where you will be happy that you did. And nothing's going to take that away from you if you have your medal. So with that being said, I thank you all for watching. If you do become a member, leave me a comment. Let me know I just joined to become a member. I do appreciate it. I thank you all for making it this far. If you watched the whole video and made it all the way to the end, I really do thank you. And like I said, we're just trying to get 75 members this month, and I think we're going to get there. And either way, I'm going to give away this Mexican Libertad. I was thinking about it today. I said, you know what? It seems like a big jump, 75 people, but I'm convinced that if I had been pushing it sooner, a lot more people would know about it. A lot of people don't even know about what memberships are on these channels because they just never really talk about them. So I'm doing the YouTube classes now, and YouTube, you know, gives me tips every day. They give you the little classes on what you should be working on. They send you information on how to track that stuff better, and they give you the tools to grow your channel and do better. And that's what I'm trying to focus on. So, you know, I thank you all for watching. I thank you all for hitting the thumbs up. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys watching the videos. Whether or not you decide to become a member, I hope you do. But if you don't, it's okay. I'm thankful that you're watching the videos, because that means the most to me, that you're subscribed, you're watching the videos. And if nothing else, hopefully you're learning stuff, because this could save your life someday, and it definitely can save you financially. Not financial advice, it's just my opinion, but things are changing. The world is changing, and hopefully you're prepared for it. Thank you all for watching. I will see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Hope you all have a great day. Take care, everybody, and have a good day. Bye-bye.